This is one of the most inspiring, most cinematic, most iconic sports stories from India. This is the story of how Mohan Bagan won the IFA Shield in 1911 and how 11 barefooted men shook an entire empire. Mohan Bagan weren't supposed to be here. They trained without boots, without money, without the backing of power. But what they had was raw talent and leadership. The team was built around Rajendranath Sen Gupta, the calm thinking centre half. Up front was Abhilash Ghosh, strong, relentless. And at the heart of everything stood their captain, Shivdas Baduri, player, tactician, leader. This was his team. Their campaign began on 10th July 1911 with a commanding 3-0 win over St. Saviours. In the next round, they faced Rangers FC and nearly fell, until goalkeeper Hiralal Mukherjee saved 3 penalties. I repeat, he saved 3 penalties. Mohan Bagan survived 2-1. The quarter-final was a tense 1-0 win over Rifle Brigade. The semi-final against Middlesex Regiment ended in a draw, and in those days there were no tiebreakers. So they played again the very next day. But this time, Mohan Bagan went in for the kill. Goals from Shivdas Baduri, Shirish Chandra Sarkar and Jitendra Nath Roy. A 3-0 victory and a place in the final. Waiting for them, the East Yorkshire Regiment. Undefeated, booted, backed by the Empire. The day of the final, all roads led to the Calcutta football ground. Special trains were arranged. Nearly 100,000 people gathered around the ground. Many couldn't see the match at all. So they did something beautiful. They flew kites, club colours, scores written on them. The sky became the scoreboard. The final began and both teams were cautious. At halftime the scores were 0-0. But then in the second half, disaster struck. East Yorkshire scored with just 15 minutes left in the game. Mohan Bagan attacked like men with nothing to lose because they didn't. Then the captain stepped forward. Shivdas Baduri scores the equalizer. And suddenly the skies erupted. Hundreds of kites, messages flying about the city, and just minutes later, Abhilash Ghosh struck again. 2-1. Hope turned into belief, belief into history. The whistle blew, and 11 barefooted Indians stood on top of an empire. Today, the empire Indian football is fighting isn't foreign. It's the dominance of another sport. It's corruption. It's politics. But over 100 years ago, 11 barefooted men proved something timeless. You don't need boots to stand tall. History can be made again. It's just waiting for the next immortal 11. This is one of the most inspiring